Hello guys. Today I was thinking I'm gonna show you how pusher set works and how I, well, do it. I wish more people would stop by on stream and watch this glorious way of winning a game. Some people say Sett can't actually, carry games because he's supposed to be that meat shield for your team. But I think past that and I see that Sett can have more potential than just being a meat shield. But that is only if you guys understand what draft is. If it's a draft where you know that they can't do anything to you, right? Then you can go push or build, right? I can give you a really good demonstration. So the first thing we want to go through is the runes, okay? So why do I have Halo Blades as my key rune? Because you have to win early game. That is what it is all about, winning the early game. I hate slow ass games where I have to pick conquer and like trade and like do this and that. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude, why am I gonna slow down my game where I can have a game where I can, have a really in a fast pace trying to shut down the game? Why does people look around for kills? Why does people look around for KDA when you can do something better? It's called pushing the game to the point where enemy team will think that, hey, we need to respond to this guy, otherwise we might lose the game, right? You have to let them rethink their life choices before you fuck it up. So you have to fuck it up. That is this whole, build is all about. So let me tell you how it works. Halo Blades. You know the passive, you know the drill. If you have watched my Halo Blades, what's it called? A guide, it is out there. You can see it and read it. I think I have to change some things. I need to change the secondary rune because now I'm a bit more comfortable with bone plating and demolish because I am indeed a pusher set. So, this is what we do. Halo Blades, try to do the full Halo Blades comp if it's possible. If not, try to do a shorter trade, right? And the shorter trade you will always win because you have bone plating, right? And why does this help? You have to also think like, try to take this against a champ who won't take bone plating against you. Because otherwise what you could do, you could take down their bone plating in level 1, right? But instead of doing that, just try to have a safe lane till level 3. Take their bone plating down with your W, because bone plating has a cooldown of 45 seconds. That is really long, right? But your W comes back almost 3 times. Meanwhile, bone plating is trying to come back, right? So what you do is when you're level 3, you W, take their bone plating out, then you back, right? Then you just normal farm and stuff. When your W is back up again, then you go in, because then you have bone plating, he doesn't, right? So then you can actually out-trade the person because you take less damage while he takes more damage, right? So then cheap shot also comes in handy, because what you're trying to do is successfully stun that person with your E. And when you do that, you also do a lot of true damage because of cheap shot. Which is really good in early trades. You go eyeball collection because you have to be ballsy in this build. You have to make it so that you're ahead, otherwise it won't work, and you have to guarantee that kind of. And if you do that, well, guess what? You're gonna have a lot of early AD, which is not so good for the person you're against, because that person might be behind in items, meanwhile you're ahead in runes, which is giving you literally what? What is this? Almost a dagger or two. So yeah, a dagger. So not dagger. What the fuck? Sword. Yeah, just a sword. So yeah. Then you go. This is one thing I got questioned today. What should I go here? I would say this: if you're against a champion in the top lane who has really low, like base CDR on their ulti, go Ultimate Hunter, because then you have to match your ult CDR with his, right? Because in some fight might go of favor to him because that person has ult, meanwhile you don't, right? Then only then take Ultimate Hunter. Relentless Hunter is only when you think like they are not so mobile around the map. Take it then, right? Then you can receive to pushing even faster. You can just push, and then just go away. Ingenious Hunter, some people said like, oh, you're building Prowlers Claw. Wouldn't you want your Prowlers Claw to come back earlier? No, because the thing is, this whole thing is about one, what's it called? My item getting lower cooldown, you know, the active, right? And I don't need that. I would rather go Ravenous, because then in the laning, if I'm against one person who's trying to stop me from pushing, then I can use this instead, because I will have a better dual potential, because I can heal up while I punch. Because Sett does punch a lot when you have Halo Blades. The full Halo Blades combo is 6 punches. The first punch, the second punch coming out fast, and the third punch coming out fast also, and the fourth punch is faster because it's the second punch coming out fast. So Halo Blades give 3 fast punches, the fourth punch is also fast, and then QQ, right? So that is the whole combo for that. So you heal off way more when you have at least 1 or 2 stacks, right? So that is the primary. The secondary now, let's say, Demolish. This will give you a lot of power. Let's say if you kill the person in the lane, doesn't have TP, then you get to push at least 1 or 2 platings. And this will help you a lot, because now you're getting platings, meanwhile the other person doesn't. So you'll be ahead in both farm, plating, gold, items. That's the whole process. You need mythic before the person who you're against, otherwise it won't work. I mean, it might work, but then you're stretching the game. So this whole build wouldn't be, you know, I wouldn't talk about it if you don't know how to do this efficiently. So bone plating. Why do I take bone plating? I really fucking hate this thing, because most of the time when people build this against me or go bone plating against me, I don't know why Riot think it's a nice idea to have one small rune that can fuck up a whole big rune that makes zero sense. Like, why do that? This is such a middle finger to a primary rune. This is another thing, like a secondary rune shouldn't fuck up a primary rune. That's just bogus in my idea. There's like, why would you do that? Then why have a primary rune anyways? Just make bone plating to be, you know, just make this to be the new Aftershock for three attacks, or like 3 spells. Well, why not just do that? Meanwhile, that procs, the person is really tanky. You know what I mean? But no. So sadly, I have to go this, because this actually really helps me to out-duel in the lane. I will actually come back to that later when I show you when a Yone tries to you know, fight me, or I actually chose to fight him and he tries to beat me up somehow and miserably fails. But we will come back to that. And here, some people will say, hey, why do you have double in offense? Yeah, well, what do you think? Because in lane, I don't need that extra attack speed. I'm already getting 110% attack speed from Halo Blades for 3 attacks. So why just go this when I can have more in offense and just fucking make the person leave the lane, level 1? Because that had happened many times. They even flash, they immediately flash, and they just TP back because they're gonna miss a lot of minions because I'm pushing it in. But let me tell you this, that's not worth it. Because when they don't have any of the summoner spell, flash or TP, guess what? I have ignite and flash. If I tell my jungler, hey, he doesn't have anything, and the jungler immediately comes and ganks, he just lost the lane right there, right? So that is how it works. I take armor or magic resist depending on, hey, who am I against? If I'm against Volibear, I actually go magic resist, because his E does magic damage, his ult does magic damage. So yeah, so I just take magic runes against him, because he's not gonna build AD, he's gonna build tank. So this is better against Volibear instead of this. And then let's say I'm against AD Champ, while I just take armor instead. Okay, so let's go to items. Pusher Sett. This is the main build. And you guys are going to be like, oh no, what the fuck is that build? Why is Essence Reaver even there? Well, you see, I don't build the Essence Reaver for mana restore. I know Sett don't get mana. I'm not dumb. Problem is that Essence Reaver kind of helps me with the empowered basic attack, which can delete anybody, two-shot anybody. I can actually show you in the game when I start. You will see what I mean. Why do I build it though? First of all, it's item efficient. It gives you AD, it gives you crit, it gives you ability haste, it gives you empowered basic attack, plus 40% bonus attack damage, physical damage, which is insane. So my Q already does percentage HP damage, max HP damage. That's another thing. If I start the fight first, that guy is getting down on the ground really, really fast. So it's whatever percentage my punch gives plus 40% from whatever this item gives, right? So also another thing, your next attack deals an additional 100% base damage plus 40% attack damage. That is insane amount of damage. People don't understand that. I'm not gonna build this shit because of the mana. I don't have mana, I know that. So why not build it for the rest of the things that it gives you? And pusher build meaning you should have ability haste. Not a lot, but the amount you need to push fast. You will see how fast I push. I already made 2 clips, I think. I might even send those clips when I'm done with the video. So you will see it for yourself and how it works, because it was when I was streaming, right? So let me just move my mic a bit closer. There you go. Okay. Why do I go this? Because it is an early game threat. You get 35% attack speed, plus whatever you get from Halo Blades. And this thing don't decay while the Halo Blades does. It gives you an extra momentum to stay in the fight, you know. It gives you that extra momentum to deal them off the lane. That is the whole purpose, the whole point. Okay. First, I already talked about Essence Reaver. Okay, why Sanguine Blade? Sanguine Blade is a really good push item in the solo lane, where you think that there won't be anybody except for either 1 or 2 people who's trying to stop you. Only then Sanguine Blade is really, really good. But this is still going to be in the main build because it gives you some lifesteal in the solo lane, which is really good. You can, let's say you try to fight somebody who tried to stop you, you killed that person, but you lost a lot of HP. So meanwhile, you take that item and heal off minions and push, right? You will be full HP again because you have a lot of attack speed, meaning you're getting a lot of punches out, meaning you're going to get a lot of lifesteal back really fast. So that is why I have Sanguine Blade. And I will be like, why Stormrazor? It's such a shit item. Well, you see, let's say I want to start my first fight with my ulti instead. And most of you don't understand starting fight with ulti where you think they're kind of like engaging on you, right? Let's say you're against a Camille and Camille is trying to E on you. Most people will be like, you know what, I'm gonna take that Camille stun, right? But most good Sett players would know it's better when he tries to stun you, ult that person immediately. But this is not the case like only on Camille's. It can be on anybody who's trying to engage on you. So what you do, your ulti does a lot of damage now. So when you land with your ulti, that person is going to be slowed for 99% for 1 second, right? But instead of basic attacking immediately, I would wait for that person to flash. If he doesn't flash though, guess what's gonna happen? I can pull him in. After ulting, pull him in with your E, right? And immediately basic attack. Or let him go a bit further and then pull him in, right? So give him the false sense that he can get away from your grasp, but not really. So you pull him in, right? And then you apply the slow that gives from Stormrazor, 75% slow for half a second. That half a second can give you enough room to deal massive amount of damage with Halo Blades. I can guarantee you that. I can show you even. So yeah. Why do I go Guardian Angel? Well, let's say if I take, they're sending two guys on me, right? And I kill one of them, but then I have Guardian Angel to, you know, resurrect me, and then I can kill the other one and keep on pushing. Because that scenario has helped me so many times. I'm like, you know what? This is a good item. Also, it's item efficient. So look, all of my items, they are really gold efficient. 3,000 gold, 2,800 gold, 2,700 gold, 2,800 gold. And that's it, apart from the mythic itself. So my build is way cheaper and deadlier than most builds out there. Another thing, let's say you're against people who has shields. What are you gonna do then? Then I don't think you need Stormrazor. You can change out Stormrazor and buy a Serpent's Fang instead. Then this is a way better item than Stormrazor. But you will be going into the lethality path a bit more though. But still, it's a good item. Let's say if they have a lot of burst AP damage, what are you gonna do then? Well, then take out Stormrazor and go Maw instead. Because then you're also a bit tankier, because you have armor from Guardian Angel and also MR from the Maw, right? So you have at least above 100 on both armor, magic resist when you build these two. So yeah, that's a pretty good rundown, right? So now we're gonna go into the game, which I had here. Don't mind my wallpaper. I'm not a weeb, and I just find this it's art. Fuck off. Let's see. So let's go run down here. You can see clearly I'm against Senna, Lucian, LeBlanc, Lilia, and Yone. Let me pause. Yone, let me actually take down the sound of it here. It's a bit too high. Okay, that's fine. So, let me say, Yone is somebody who can't stop me from pushing. Neither can't Lilia, neither can't LeBlanc, neither can Senna or Lucian. I can kill them both if they try to get to me. So what can they do to stop me? Nothing. This is the very game I chose to go push or Sett, because I know they won't be able to answer to me in any way. Yone was a smurf, level 53, I think, and I'm like, oh shit, he's gonna smurf on me. I'm like, nah, man. He sucked. Or he's just actually really good, but he didn't think this matchup would be a big deal. So underestimating something like that can also win your game. So, what happened here? These two thought it would be a nice idea to fight me together. You can see Yone has this much HP and I have this much. So let me see what happens. I know he's gonna flash here, right? He has to flash here, otherwise he dies, because he gave me enough grit for his own execution. So he will flash here. And then I don't flash after him, because I don't know where Lilia is. But Lilia is right here, but there's no ward here. I don't know where Lilia is. So I might actually go back from this if these two try to kill me. You know why? Because now Yone is like, you know what? He doesn't have W. And Lilia saw that too. I don't have W, so I don't have any way to protect myself. So what do? Yone is gonna back off. I waste their time. I go around. I'm like, okay, Lilia is here. In my mind is going around. These two actually can kill me if they're smart enough to know how to do it, right? So I buy time. If you can look at my abilities, I'm trying to buy time here. I need my E to kill at least one of them, and then the other one if I'm lucky enough, right? So I'm trying to buy time. I'm trying to go into the bush. And precisely when I have my E, I'm like, okay, now I can deal with Lilia. And I have my Halo Blades. So he dies. I know Yone doesn't have flash from earlier, so I can just run him down. So I'm just going where he used his E. I get a double kill. Now he can't do anything about this. So if I go a bit into more details here. No. In the single lane, how do I deal with Yone? We are both level 6. In items he has this, and in the items I have this. He has 6 more farm than me. Okay. Let's see what happens. Let's see how fast I can kill him with the full extended Halo Blades combo. Okay, that means all 4 basic attacks into a QQ, right? Let's see how it works out. If you saw here, I didn't do the full Halo Blades combo. I just did the first 2 empowered attacks with the Halo Blades and the last 2 normal basic attacks, and then tried to kill him. So he kind of died here. He even tried to ult away, but he didn't know I would hit him that hard. And you saw, because of I have bone plating, look how much damage he did to me there. He couldn't respond to anything. What will he do here? Nothing. He can't. So now I have the ability to push because Yone went mid lane and tried to, you know, he died. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just push. That's another thing. I'm level 8. This is 9 minutes. I have my first turret with all full platings. All of them. So this is like, I have a lot of gold here. So I can just immediately buy some boots. Let me see. What do I have next? Yeah, I have mythic and boots. He has only boots and almost, well, trying to get the mythic.
Team double kill.
Now I'll go bot lane. And Senna is here. And I'm waiting right here, right? I want this to push in. And Senna knows that these 2 backed. And I'm like, you know what, Senna? I can kill you here if you don't. I had to do that because she had a 650 of a shutdown, right? So I had to flash for that. This is worth flashing for. Not the one where you thought that, you know, I would flash for here instead when they tried to gank me. So have these things, these small things in mind. Where is it worth it and where isn't it worth it, right? Okay, what else? Not here, not here. Okay. Around here, I think. Okay. I'm around here. I'm just waiting for Yone to come back because I know I expect him to, you know, go back to his lane and try to farm up. And he can't go mid lane. He can't go bot lane. So the only way for him to do anything here is to, well, you know, go to his lane and try to farm up. Do you think I would let him? No, absolutely not. So I wait him to go all the way. I missed my E there, but doesn't matter. I just don't want him to do anything in his lane. So now he's gone again. He's level... I can't see here, actually. Oh, well, I think he's level 9. Yeah, he was level 9. So he's really behind. He doesn't have the mythic yet. I have mythic boots, and I'm already on my second item.
Shut down.
Or at least trying to get to the second item. Now I'm gonna push this really fast. Doesn't seem so fast now, but you will see it later. This is fast enough for now.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
13 minutes, 20 seconds, let's say. I have my second turret here. And then, around here... Oh yeah, wait, let me go over here. Okay, here, I show myself, hey, I'm over here. I want to know how many people are in the base, and are they gonna try to stop me? I can actually really just kill Lucian here with just two-shot him, right? But I want to know more. Is there anybody else except him here? Then LeBlanc showed herself. When I saw that, okay, you know what? I'm gonna go away. But I also know that these minions are pushing into me. That means the mid lane minions are right over here. That means LeBlanc has to go answer to mid lane. She needs farm. She's level 10. Oh, she's level 9 actually. She'll be level 10 after that. So I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna be in this bush. And wait to see which lane these guys go. Okay, now they ping that I'm gone. Right? Lucian is coming back. But LeBlanc isn't. Because she needs this farm really desperately, right? So now if Lucian tries to stop me, this will happen. And Lucian is dead. Now I do a ballsy move here. I push this out all the way, even though I don't have minions. These two are backing. Right? And then I just take this and tell them, you know what, I'm backing. These two backed for no reason. Lilia could have gone on his red side, do the jungle, and stop me immediately from going anywhere. So I just take this red buff and pull him in, like here. And then Lilia is like, huh. Okay, so there's nothing left. She didn't even check because she doesn't know. So I just took the red buff. And then I tell my team, yo, you guys can all go bot lane. I told Trundle, I pinged over here, help so this turret doesn't go down. And don't raise any suspicion that I'm actually going, you know, undercover. And go all the way. Because if I open this up, then that means super minions are gonna come, and they have to answer to that. So while that happens, this is 16 minutes. They are trying to take the Drake. I just took the inhib. Yone is trying to back. Trundle disrupts that. LeBlanc is in the base. And LeBlanc sees that I walked away. There's a ward here. But I don't think LeBlanc saw me or pinged me. Lucian knows that I'm here. He saw me right there. And then he just like, you know, thumbs up. And then right over here, I think. Oh, god damn it. I hate that when it happens. I died over there. Here, there you go. Okay, so here, I kill Yone. He tries to ult away again, but it didn't go well. I'm just trying to push this. I dodged that. I'm just trying to push this as much as possible, right? And then I see Senna. I'm like, I'm gonna continue pushing you guys. Because now, my team has Herald. They have to answer to, you know, here. But then they see, oh shit, Sett is over here. I know I will die here, but did you see how fast I pushed that? I died here. And I'm like, okay, what next? Now it's time to push bot lane. If I go a bit over there. Okay. I can see these two over here, right? And I ping my top laner. Be top lane. I mean, not top laner. My team, go top lane. Be there, you know? Because it's harder for them to respond if most of their team are top lane and I'm bot lane. That means the only thing they can do is send at least one person or two, right? But if they send one person or two, I can actually kill them. Because look at my build. I can two-shot people. And I will show you right now. I see first, you know, LeBlanc went away, but did she really? Senna knows that she has to go help the others because they might be, or my team might be threatening to take the Baron. She needs to be there. They need the healer to be there, right? But LeBlanc, on the other hand, changed her mind because I am like, you know what? I'm going to wait a bit for this minion to go at least over here. Then I'm going to show myself. Let's see if somebody comes back to stop me. And then LeBlanc just changed her mind immediately. Pings that Sett is down here. You guys can go fight in the top side. I'm like, okay, fine. LeBlanc tries to stop me. She's dead. She even pings me. Like, what the fuck just happened? Now I will see how fast I take this down. Senna backs with Lucian. And it doesn't matter if Senna comes to base in time. I will just take down this turret really fast anyways. Now I'm back. What happens now? Here is Yone. And Yone thinks it's a nice idea to check if anybody's here. And I'm like, maybe he will come around. I will actually stand here. You know what? I will stand here and see if he comes around. So I'm like, I don't have any wards or anything. This is just my intuition, you can say. Like, maybe somebody will come around. Let's just stand here for a while. And I'm like, okay. So Yone comes here. Yone is dead. Now I can carry on with my pushing again. These guys are like, what the fuck are we supposed to do? We can't threaten the Baron because Yona just died. We can't go into their team because they have Tariq and Tariq ulti. What can we do? Nothing. They can't do anything. Now I'm just pushing in, right? Now we will see the big brain move I pull out. Senna backs here in the worst time possible. Because she has to receive to me now. And you know what? I'm not gonna show myself to, like, these guys, right? These guys don't know what to expect. So I stood there for a moment. Now I want to see if it's only just Senna or anyone else. Because if it's just Senna, I could push it in. Or maybe also kill Senna and then start pushing. But then I saw Senna, right? And I'm like, okay, Senna is here. She has long range. Not much I can do here. Then I saw Yona. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna back from here now. I didn't know Lucian was here. I just saw two people. I'm like, I'm not gonna take this fight. Yone can be here and waste time, right? Now the big brain move is I tell my team to start the Baron. And Xin Shao will ping here. Actually, since you're pinged earlier that they're gonna start the Baron. I'm like, I can see Yone here, right? He just took that. And Yone knows. He's a smurf. He has his intuitions, right? He knows that he has to be with the team because Senna just warded. And Yone can see that the team is on the Baron. He needs to respond to this. I don't have TP. I don't have to be with my team right now. I'm level 17. I'm doing my own fucking thing. I'm waiting for this minion wave to go away, right? Here, Yone TPs. Precisely when I see Yone. So, my team telling me, hey, I can see Yone over here. And I'm like, you know what? This is time for me to go. Now, they don't have any wards in this bush. They saw over here that I wasn't there. Because this minion wave pushed in. I never chose to show myself in the minion wave. So I just waited there. So now I can go in. They don't know what's gonna hit them. Suddenly, now they can see me. That I'm in the base. Yone saw that. I take down the first one.
Shut down.
I take down the second one. That took 6 seconds. And then I think here Yone was looking at the fight over here. He didn't know that I would actually just come around. Senna was also here. What do you guys think? How much damage I did here? I mean, I'm really squishy. People say, oh, if you're squishy, your W doesn't do that much damage. I'm like, okay, bro. He's gone. Okay? He's gone. What do you have to say about that? He's already squishy. If he was a tank, I would actually kill him too. But guess what? It wasn't a tank. It was a goddamn Yone. And he disappeared. So Senna is coming in now. I took all 3 inhibs. If I say none of that happened, I didn't fight here, there wasn't any distance in between, you know, the inhibs. I took all the inhibs within 11 seconds. So that is really good. So now I'm just showing Senna what would happen if you try to deal with me. She was lucky that she had exhaust. Otherwise she would have died in 2 shots. She went away. I'm healing up here. LeBlanc is backing. Is really low. Now their whole base is exposed. We take Baron. there's nothing to show there. Here. We knock out... Here I just killed Yone really fast, again. We just knock at their door now. And this is what one thing you guys have to see. How fast I take down this turret. You can start counting when I start punching this. It's gonna be a normal speed. 1, 2. Okay, 2.5 seconds. It's gone. So now they just... Yeah. They just lost to this. They don't know how to respond to that. That is pusher Sett. It's a different playstyle. It is there. It is not bad. You just have to know in which type of draft you can do this. Because if you do this properly, you are way worse than an int Scion. I'm just telling you. You're much, much worse than an int Scion. Because in Scion, on the other hand, if a whole team goes to stop the Scion and the Scion dies, the Scion has, again, a second life and can try to take down stuff. But on the other hand, if you do this properly, right, and you don't risk yourself dying in the very moment where your team is also losing, but you're also playing int Scion, and you're just dying from that. You can't do that anymore because they lowered the damage of Demolish. But for me, man, who is Sett, I don't think Demolish damage is that lowered when I can just do this, you know. But anyways, that is all I had to show. Do come by on my streams. I do this kind of regularly now. It is really fun to pull things out like this. And if this was educational, do hit a like. And I usually stream these things, as I said, quite often now. Kind of bored at home. So yeah, it is really nice to pull out something like this once in a while. And let me tell you, it's not once in a while. I have been doing this for a while now. Don't look at this game. This game was, I'm going to be honest, I got carried by my team, but I still did my part, you know, pushing and stuff. And the last team white, I just took Sejuani and ulted into 4 people, and my team finished it off. So this was a pusher build. Here, also, I went pusher build. So, as I said, you know, situational. Here, they had a Lulu, so I had to kind of build Serpent Fang instead of Stormrazor. So you understand that it works. You just have to know in which draft it can work. In this draft, it definitely didn't work, because Darius got 1 kill, and from that he kind of started to snowball, and Sejuani was top lane 24/7, so who me doesn't have CP will be paid. But on the other hand, my team got a more breathing room because of it. And that's another thing about junglers. If you're gonna waste your time on top lane, make it worth it. Because at one point, these deaths don't really matter to me. My KD don't really matter to me. If they waste time on me, that matters. Because if they do waste time on me, my team can do something else, like taking Baron, taking objectives, anything. It's at the end, it's still worth it. So yeah. I don't have anything else to say. Thank you for watching. See ya.